Hello and welcome to episode number 265 of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. This is going to be SmackDown for the first week of July 2022, and for you database heads out there, this is the first show that will break away from canon. Because this is the first video I'm recording since the database went live. And I've already got Benji and Sora in Discord playing it. So that's fun. They've already got plans that are the same as mine, plans that are different to mine. And yeah, go back to watch the database release video for more information on that. And yeah. But we now have to focus on this universe. Throw away whatever you've booked on your Challenge Run database already. We're focusing on the here and the now, the actual Challenge Run save. On our road to King of the Ring. Got Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Neither of them are here tonight. We're going to run a history of package, as I do with most Roman Reigns feuds. But we have got the final two first round matches of King of the Ring and Queen's Crown, and a whole lot more. We're going to got the update on what's going on with the US title, and a whole lot more. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the show. 100 weird opening segment to start. Sasha is in the ring, and she's like, look, I don't mean to cause a scene in the workplace, but this show's not going to continue until I get to say what I want to say. Because I think this is a disgrace, what has been happening to me. I bought my bodyguard Sanga in, and Indy as well, but last week was an abomination. And that starts with Lita. Lita was on commentary for my match with... I can't even remember. Kyrie, yeah. Lita was on commentary for my match with Kyrie. And she wasn't in commentary for any other match throughout the whole tournament other than mine and my title match back at Money in the Bank. So this is sort of some sort of conspiracy bullshit that Adam Pearce is trying to pull. Trying to pull the wool over my eyes by going, oh, it's Lita, yeah, big pop. No, this is bullcrap and I want it sorted now. Come on out here, Pearce. And Pearce comes out and goes, well, I can see you're not happy, Sasha, but you can't hold my show up. So what is happening is I've brought Lita here and we're going to find a resolution. And then out comes Lita. And she's like, Sasha, look, none of this has ever been personal. I've been a big fan of yours, you know. I just want to watch the next generation of women's wrestling front row from the announce desk. And you seem to have taken an exception and Indy got up in my grill at Money in the Bank, so I put her in her place and that distracted you. I'm sorry, but there's no issue here unless you want to make there one. And Sasha goes, yeah, there's a fucking issue here, bitch. Like, I was supposed to be back-to-back Queen's Crown winner, and I'm not now because of you. But now, luckily for you, I'm now free for Evolution. Where I should have been in the Queen's Crown semis and final. I've now got nothing going on. Indy's got nothing going on. And you've got nothing going on. So how about it? You want to settle this with me? We settle it in the ring at Evolution. Me and Indy against you. 2-on-1, bitch. And Lita's like, well, okay, that seems unreasonable. But if I could make one tweak to the match, then I'm all aboard. So I was like, what? She's like, well, I think if it's fair if you've got Indy in your corner, I should have one of my friends in my corner, so we should make it a tag team match. So I was like, oh, whatever, you've got no friends. And Lee's like, oh, you know I do. Boom, out comes Trish Stratus, and Trish and Lita run off. Now, they try and get into the ring and go to beat up Sasha and Indy, but then Sanga just stands there, he gets in the way, like, arms folded, and then they're like, well, fuck, we can't get past this big sexy Indian man, but what are we gonna do? And then Sasha and Indy leave through the crowd, and yeah, new match announcement for Evolution: Sasha Banks and Indy Hartwell against Lita and Trish Stratus. We then return to the Vegas Strip. Corbin's going, okay, I'm feeling lucky tonight, Tony. I'm feeling like I'm going to hit the jackpot once again. You know, I found all my money originally this way, But now it's not about the money, it's about getting my title back and proving to Pierce that I'm a responsible, great United States champion. And Nice's like, I believe in you, Corbin, let's go. Let's go get that title back. And then they enter the casino. And we will pick back up with that later. But for now, it's the first match of the night. In a Queen's Crown first round match, Utami defeats Raquel 10-25 with an Argentine backbreaker rack. Can't imagine that. Maybe Utami is strong enough to pull it off, but it's Raquel. She's like the biggest woman in the division. But oh well. If she can pull it off, it's impressive and we'll let her do it. 72 for both women, which is odd because Raquel's got like 70 pop and Utami's got like 52. So, tells you right there who the better worker is. And yeah, Utami moves on to the next round. So we've got three Joshis into the SmackDown quarterfinal. Got Kairi, Shida, and Utami. We can't make it 4 for 4 because the next match is Toni Storm against Mandy Rose. But yeah, as of right now, 100% Japanese success rate on that side of the bracket. As well as Asuka on the other side as well. The Raw side. But Maki did lose, so. House of Black. With an awful promo, apparently. He's talking about how they vanquished the Alpha Academy. They beat the Creed brothers. They beat Chad Gable. They beat Coach Thatcher. They beat Otis. All of them. And the house always wins. And now they're looking ahead for who their next challengers could possibly be for the Tag Team Championships at King of the Ring. There's a lot of options here on SmackDown, but who's going to be the team to step up? Speaking of tag team titles, Bayley arrives. And she shuts her locker room door and Cora's there. And she's like, oh my god, go away. No, Cora's like, look. It's been a couple of weeks since I last nagged you, but I thought you might want to hear me out with this one. So, a lot of people are sort of speculating that you'll let me win our match to get in Money in the Bank. Bayley's like, why would I do that? Cora's like, look, I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying you were really sticking it to me and really looked like you were going to win. And all of a sudden I managed to pick you off. I mean, I don't doubt my own abilities because, like, you've got to have confidence in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself that you're the best. But really seemed like you were going to win that one. And, like, you didn't. I won it. So maybe you're taking a little soft spot to me. And Bayley's like, no. Why would I do that? Because, like, well, anyway, here's the plan. You see, on Raw, I sort of got into a bit of a pickle when I interrupted Charlotte's celebration. I dropped green slime on him. And Bayley's like, you did what? She's like, no, that's not the end of the story. So, then, this past Monday, me and Charlotte had a match on the show because she wanted to kick my head in because I dropped the green slime on her. And I won. I beat Charlotte Flair. Bayley's like, well, that's an impressive win, yeah. And Cora's like, no, you don't get it. I beat one half of the women's tag team champions, and she said that I get a tag team title shot against whoever. If I could find a partner, I get to face her and Jordan at Evolution. But he's like, well, that's great. I hope you've got a couple of friends down in NXT. Or like, maybe one of them can help you. Cora's like, no, Bayley, look, you're not getting me. It's me and you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna become the tag team champions at Evolution. Bayley's like, this is news to me. She's like, yep, well, now you know. Me and you, SmackDown's besties, back together. She sort of gives her an awkward little fist bump. And Bayley's like, yay. So obviously, Cora's found her partner. Obviously, she was going to go back to the well, give our old bestie Bayley a call. So, Bayley and Cora against Jordan and Charlotte at Evolution for the tag team titles. 78 rated King of the Ring match is okay, I guess. Braun Breaker picked up the win over Kevin Owens, 12:49, with the Gorilla Press Power Slam. 79 for Braun, 81 for Kev. And he advances to the next round, where he'll face the winner of tonight's main event between Keith Lee and LA Knight. Yeah. Braun, he's doing good now. Putting him in that title match with Roman really helped him. More than, like, him beating Randy Orton at WrestleMania did. Speaking of championships, the SmackDown Women's Champion Dakota Kai is like, ugh. You know, there's nobody on the show. All of the best people on the show are in Queen's Crown, so like, they're all sort of busy. I guess I get to take Evolution off, and she walks past and Shotzi's there in her tank. And Dakota's like, "What are you doing, you fucking loser?" And Shotzi's like, "Well, I overheard you saying that you had no opponents for your title. And I'm free, I'm not in Queen's Crown." And Dakota's like, "Why would I want to face you for my belt?" And then Shotzi's like, "To prove you're not a coward." Dakota's like, "What does that even mean?" It's like, "You see, you're scared of me and my big balls and my big tank, and you're worried that you're going to lose your championship if you face me at Evolution." Dakota's like, you're just not worth it." Shotzi's like, "You're a coward," and then shoots her with a fucking rocket out of her tank. And Dakota's like, "Hey, don't provoke," and just walks off. And Shotzi knows she's got in the head of the SmackDown Women's Champion. Holy shit, Mello, let's go. Mr. Money in the Bank Carmelo Hayes comes out alone. And we'll get to why in a minute. No trick, just Mello. And he's like, "Yo, this is my first time on this show since Money in the Bank. How you doing, y'all?" And like I told you, when Mello shoots, he don't miss. And I didn't miss back at Money in the Bank. You thought it was going to be Seth Rollins. You thought it was going to be Keith Lee. You thought it was going to be Matt Riddle. No, it's none of those people. It's Carmelo Hayes, the future WWE Champion. Now, my boy Trick, he's a bigger supporter, but unfortunately, he's out of action. He's out of commission right now, but I know he's cheering me on from home. And don't worry, Trick. I love you, buddy. Whoop that trick, and we'll see you back here soon. But anyway, Mello in the Bank is here to make SmackDown his, and then out comes Oni. And I was like, "You know, if you wanted to be Mr. Money in the Bank, you need to take a leaf out of my book, because I won the title with that Money in the Bank briefcase last year, and I'm looking to kick ass and get the world title back fairly." And I was like, "Well, the thing is, I wouldn't come to you for advice on how to be Mr. Money in the Bank, because while you did cash in and you did become the World Heavyweight Champion, which nobody ever thought a guy like you would be, I'm money, baby, you're not. You struck lucky and got gold when you should never have got that gold, but what have you done since you lost that gold, Oni? Nothing. I'm the money. I'm where the money is. I'm going to be the top of this division for years to come. When I cash in and I become the world champion, I'ma stay world champion. I'ma stay in the spotlight. Because like I said, I don't miss." And I was like, "Well, if you're staying in the spotlight, that means I can kick your ass." Slaps him in the face. And then a fight starts between last year's Mr. Money in the Bank and this year's. Oni clotheslines Mello out of the ring and picks up the briefcase and just yeets it at him. But Mello manages to catch it, so we don't have to risk the briefcase breaking. But yes, Oni is here. He's reminding us that he won Money in the Bank last year, and he's here to kick ass and get his titles back. It's taken him long enough. Segment. A sit down with Pat McAfee with the people who have qualified for the Queen's Crown and King of the Ring so far. Seth and Apollo from the men's side will be facing off next week in the quarterfinal. And so will Kairi and Shida, which are obviously two very contrasting dynamics here. Kairi and Shida came in at Money in the Bank, and as Kairi's partner, as her backup once Io got taken down. And friends, very amicable, and there'll be a fight to see who the better competitor is. Whereas Seth Rollins and Apollo Crews, Apollo's been the lapdog for Paul Heyman and the Bloodline a lot recently, so to Seth, this is a big match, and he's got to put Apollo down yet again. But Apollo says this isn't about the Bloodline, this isn't about Heyman or Roman Reigns, this is about Apollo Crews making a name for himself. And next week he's going to do that when he beats Seth Rollins and advances to the next round of the King of the Ring. So yeah, two big matches. I think both quarterfinals are happening next week. Yeah, I think it's Seth Apollo, Braun versus the winner of the main event, Kairi Shida, and Utami versus the winner of Mandy and Tony. I think they're all happening next week. Wait, no, that can't be the case. Just these two are. Because then on week 2, I'll do the other ones, and then you've got the semis and the final. Yeah. So these 2 matches are happening next week. Then on week 2, week 3, we'll have Keith and LA versus Braun. Yeah, just checking. So yeah, just these 2 matches next week. Speaking of matches, we get one here with the newly returned, I don't know what the collective duo name would be, but the $6 Million Man, Buddy Murphy, and his, I guess, enhanced cyborg, Dijakovic. Get the win over the infamous era. Buddy Murphy pins Roderick Strong. It says, with the Murphy's Law, I probably would have him whip out the $6 million knee for the first time here. 90 for Buddy. I forgot how good he was, because he's been gone for so long with that broken leg. Dijakovic 73, 79 for Roddy, and a 66 for Robert Fish. But then after the match, out comes Gargano and Candice. Gargano tries to take the fight to Buddy, gets overwhelmed. Dijakovic gets him in position for a chokeslam, and then Ciampa runs out to make the save. Drops Dijakovic with the Willow's Bell, but Buddy doesn't. Buddy avoids harm, obviously. And yeah, we've got a feud brewing here between DIY and I don't know what to call the collective duo name. I don't want to just go with the cyborgs because they're not actually cyborgs, but something of that ilk. Like, I'll think of something cool. Awful gimmick, of course. Corbin and New Joke Nice are in Vegas, and Corbin's actually having a good run of things, you know. He's actually getting there. They're like, oh my god, I'm going to get my title back. I'm going to prove to Pierce that I'm going to be the saviour of the division. And Corbin, he wins. He wins the jackpot. And he's like, yes! I did it. Give me the prize, give me the prize, give me the prize. And then they hand Corbin some keys. And Corbin's like, what? And the woman working he's like, yeah, you won the grand prize. You know? The Ford Mustang. Corbin's like, Mustang? I don't want a Mustang. Where's the United States Championship? And she's, oh, the wrestling belt that, oh, somebody already won that. Corbin's like, what? Who? And I'm like, that guy. And then Corbin and Nice turn around and see somebody off camera. And they're like, Corbin's like, oh my god, who? And Nice is like, Moss? And then into frame walks with the United States Championship around his shoulder. Good old Madcap Moss. And he's like, sup, boys? I've been away for a while, you know, I've been practicing my game. And I guess now I'm the United States Champion. But by the way, you can call me Madcap. But you can also call me the United States Champion. Woo! And he runs off with the belt. And Corbin's like, that's my belt. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. So yeah, Madcap Moss is here. I got rid of him like last year because he wasn't doing anything in real life and was bad. But he's kind of based now. So I was like, yeah, I'll bring Madcap back. I might actually still use the Madcap Moss name. So I guess the good way to bring him in like that and not put him straight back with Corbin is to sort of like, he's a madcap, you know. He does his shtick. And he did that by going to the bingo and winning the US title back. So now he's going to be the one, it appears, to receive the title match once he returns the belt to Adam Pearce. His gimmick got awful, which sucks. But oh well, we move. 78, good match here. Toni Storm advances to the next round to face Utami. She beats Mandy with the strong 0. Toni gets an 83 and a 59 for Mandy Rose. Toni Storm is somebody that I didn't realise was as popular in the game as she was. She's at like 80 and like she's not really done anything. So yeah, she's somebody I've got to sort of focus on more as we head into season 6. But yeah, she advances here into the quarterfinals of Queen's Crown. 59 for Mandy, 83 for Toni. Here's the history of Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, narrated by Paul Heyman. Goes through Fastlane, 2015 and all that. And I don't think they ever actually had the other matches in this world. The ones they had last year heading into Mania, because I didn't do that WrestleMania match. But, you know, just two completely different paths of WWE. One, the fans' hero, one was rejected, etc., etc. And how they're going to go face to face in the main... Well, not in the main event of King of the Ring, because the main event of King of the Ring is the King of the Ring final. But in the WWE Championship match at King of the Ring. We then get a backstage segment. Kevin Owens, he's angry. He's like, I fucking lost. Cole's like, sup, buddy? You know, I also lost King of the Ring. Maybe it was the fact that I was up against tough opposition, but, you know, I think mainly it's the fact that I was worried about my best friend stabbing me in the back. And Kev's like, what do you mean, bro? I'm still going to stab you in the back. You're going to stab me in the back. And maybe that's why I lost, because I wasn't focused, because I was too busy worrying about you. And then Shinsuke and Boogs walk in. I don't think we've seen them since they got laid out by Adam Cole and Kevin Owens a couple of weeks ago. And they're like, hey, we're going to kick your ass. Let's rock. Maybe you're both out of the King of the Ring, because you both suck, says Boogs. And I was like, how fucking dare you, boy? Let's go. And then they try and fight him. But Shinsuke and Boogs attack him and leave him. And they retreat. As Boogs and Shinsuke stand tall. We then get the announcement that next week we'll get a tag team match with these two, Adam Cole and Kevin Owens against Shinsuke and Boogs, with the winning team will advance to King of the Ring to face the House of Black for the SmackDown tag team titles. We then got our main event. 79 is fine. Show us all do alright. Keith Lee is the final man to advance his punches ticket to the quarterfinals of King of the Ring. He beats LA Knight with a power slam in 15:42. 81 for Keith, 80 for LA Knight. Just, you know, even two baby faces, back and forth, evenly matched. And yeah, Keith Lee advances, so he will face the man he sort of formed a soft alliance with a couple of weeks ago against the Bloodline in Braun Breaker. And the complete quarterfinals will be Cody Rhodes versus Pete Dunne. It will be Xavier Woods versus Finn Balor. It will be Keith Lee versus Braun Breaker. And it will be Seth Rollins versus Apollo Crews. One of those 8 men will be the King of the Ring. And on the women's side, it's Asuka versus Tegan Nox. No, it's not. It's Tegan Nox versus Liv. Yeah. Liv Morgan versus Tegan Nox, and then Asuka versus Alba Fire. Yeah, I believe. And then on the SmackDown side, it's Kairi versus Kushida and Utami versus Toni Storm. And the overall show gets an 86, which is good considering that's a 79 rated main event. And now we move on to the special 90-minute episode of Velocity, where we'll have the triple threat tiebreaker between Reggie. What's Reggie? The only name I can remember. Dominic. And the other guy is Knee Jerk Nice. And yeah, we'll see you there. The final group matches of Heat take place here. And this group is Group G, which is actually fun because all 3 men have got 1 win and 1 defeat. So, like, basically if there's 2 winners, those 2 will advance. And then it'll be a head-to-head from there to see who goes through top. And Zachary Ben-Shahar is the one who goes through here because, like, he's really good ratings-wise. He beats Scotty 2 Hotty, who was here just to pop a nostalgia pop, you know. He beats him with a Champagne Super Knee Bar. 65 for Zachary Ben-Shahar. And 39 for Scotty. And then you get the last Group G match, which is Kushida against Joaquin Wild in an 83. And Kushida and Zachary Ben-Shahar are the joint winners. But I can't remember who won that match. I'll have to have a look at the end when I go over the last 16 bracket, which I'll have made by the time that goes live. So I can edit over the top. But yes, Kushida wins in 14-17 with a Supernova Press. Match gets an 83, an 84 for Kushida, and a 71 for Joaquin Wilde. Well, this did good. This is the triple threat tiebreaker from Group E. Group E. between Dominic, Nice, and Reggie, because that group was Roddy won all 3, he got 9, and then these 3 all had 3 each, and because it was a triangle, they'd all beaten each other, so I had to do a tiebreaker, which was won by Dominic Mysterio. He beats Knee Jerk Nice and Sir Reggie, pinning Sir Reggie. So Dominic, it looked like he was on the verge of elimination. His father had no problems getting through, but he's in. And yeah. We then get the next match of the last group, which is Group H. Lindsay Dorado defeats Flash Webster, which means that Lindsay now tops the group because he can't be caught by Ken Cobain or Bobby Fish, because he's on 7, and then the highest that they can get is at 6. So Lindsay gets a 65, a 74. Webster actually scores higher than him, which is weird. Okay, maybe Webster's really... I knew Andrews was really good, but I didn't know Webster was scoring so well. Then the main event gets a 73. Ken Cobain wins with the House of Cards to earn his spot in 2nd, and he beats Bobby Fish, who gets eliminated. 68 for Ken, 57 for Bobby Fish. So now, if I take a look back at the tournament screen, we'll see. So, I'm trying to visualize the bracket in my head as I do this. So it'll be winner A, winner C, winner E, and winner G on one side of the bracket. So, one side of the bracket will be Ray versus Andrews, Dudley versus Dominic. No? Ray versus Andrews, Dudley versus Wesley, Roddy versus Humberto, and Zachary Ben Shahar actually topped the group because he beat Kushida. Zachary versus Ken Cobain. And on the other side, you'll have Metalik versus Yosuke, Tozawa versus Ricochet, Santos versus Dominic, and Lindsay versus Kushida. And then that is your Cruiserweight World Cup. One of those 16 men will be crowned the Cruiserweight Champion. Who will it be? Who knows? But I hope you enjoyed this show, and SmackDown specifically, I guess. We're going to finish it. We get a 74. Hope you're enjoying this, and you're enjoying the database if you've got the database. Again, if you're booking the database and you want me to see it, join Discord. I'm always in there. Or tweet it at TEW on Twitter. And I will go over them all in a video at some point. Like, if you get far enough into the save, I'll do a big review of the Multiverse of Challenge Run. It's going to be fun! Anyway, this universe, which is the canonical Challenge Run universe, will continue its rise towards King of the Ring and Evolution in week 3 of July. And that starts with the first quarterfinal matches of both tournaments this Monday on Raw. See you then.